1944. Deep in the Eastern Front, a unit of 200 men vanishes into the forest. No bodies, no survivors, no answers. The records fall silent. The witnesses speak in fear, and the official report is gone. What really happened in those woods? October 1944, a chilling chapter in history. Company E, 2nd Battalion, was given a simple order: scout a forest near the German border. 200 men marched in at dawn, boots sinking into cold, wet soil. Their breath hung in the air, heavy with tension. They expected resistance. What they found was silence. Hours turned into days. Radio contact was lost. Search teams were sent. No bodies, no weapons, not even footprints. The forest had erased them. What happened inside those trees remains a mystery, an open wound in the history of war. Were they ambushed, lost, or did something far darker occur that night? The answers were buried with them, beneath the fog and the soil of 1944. It's haunting how fast the world can fall silent. One moment, chaos, orders, movement, life, and the next, nothing. Radio contact gone. No gunfire, no distress calls, just a deep, unsettling silence that swallows everything. You'd expect screams, maybe a flare, some sign of struggle, but instead, only stillness, as if the forest itself had closed its mouth and refused to speak. What really happened out there? A malfunction, a storm, or something darker, something that doesn't want to be found? The unknown is always the loudest kind of fear, because silence can be more terrifying than war itself. Search teams scoured the forest for days, but they found nothing. No bodies, no footprints, no signs of a fight, just silence. It's unsettling, isn't it? You'd expect something, a clue, a weapon, even a trace of movement. But all they discovered was a single torn field report, stamped in bold red letters, classified. What does that even mean? Why hide the truth about 200 missing soldiers? It feels like a page ripped straight out of a Cold War thriller, a secret buried deep, where no one dares to dig. The government's silence speaks louder than any gunfire, and now all that remains is an empty forest, a missing report, and a mystery that refuses to die. Rumors began to spread like wildfire. Some swore it was sabotage, a rival unit trying to erase them. Others whispered of a secret mission gone wrong, something straight out of a Cold War spy film. But here's the thing. The truth is buried deeper than anyone can reach. No reports, no witnesses, just fragments of stories passed through trembling lips. Every theory sounds crazier than the last, yet somehow none of them feel completely wrong. It's like a puzzle with half the pieces missing, a mystery that taunts you the more you try to solve it. Was it betrayal, a cover-up, or something far darker? Whatever happened out there, someone made sure the world would never know. To this day, Company E remains listed as missing in action. No closure, no answers, just a haunting silence that refuses to fade. Think about it. 200 men, trained, disciplined, simply vanished. No wreckage, no radio calls, nothing. It's as if the forest itself swallowed them whole. Some believe they walked into an ambush. Others whisper about a mission so secret it was erased from every file that ever mentioned it. Families waited for years, letters unanswered, names engraved on memorials, but not a single body to lay to rest. It's like a real-life thriller, except this story never got its ending. And maybe that's what makes it so terrifying. So let's talk about Company E and their mysterious disappearance. It's wild, right? One minute they're there, and the next gone. Some folks think they were ambushed, like a scene straight out of a spy movie. Others are convinced it was sabotage, maybe a rival unit trying to cover something up. But here's the strange part, there's not a single trace of a fight. No shell casings, no broken equipment, no blood, nothing. The camp they left behind looked almost untouched. Rations still sealed, fires still burning, as if they'd stepped out for a moment and never came back. Reports say local villagers heard strange noises that night, low humming, metallic sounds echoing through the forest, followed by a flash of light that lit up the sky, then silence. Military investigators combed the area for weeks. They found abandoned helmets, a torn field map, and a single radio that kept repeating one word: silence. It's creepy, right? Theories started spreading like wildfire. Some say they were caught in a secret experiment. Others believe they stumbled upon something they weren't supposed to see. But the truth vanished with them. And to this day, the forest still holds its secrets. So, picture this. A top-secret mission, deep behind enemy lines, cloaked in total mystery. A squad of elite operatives sent to gather intel. Then silence. No reports, no signals, nothing. It's as if the earth swallowed them whole. Some whisper they uncovered something forbidden, something powerful enough to rewrite history. Others insist it was all a setup, a smokescreen to hide a much darker truth. The few files that exist are redacted, buried under layers of secrecy. And the deeper you dig, the stranger it gets. What really happened to them out there? Maybe the real mission was never about what they were sent to find, but what they were meant to lose. So let's dive into this theory about friendly fire. Imagine a scenario where miscommunication leads to an accidental strike. It sounds like something out of a movie, right? But here we are discussing a real possibility. The chaos of the battlefield can twist messages and intentions, turning allies into accidental foes. Yet, despite all this, there's a glaring absence of wreckage to back it up. No debris, no remnants, just a big question mark hanging in the air. It's wild to think how a simple mix-up could lead to such serious consequences. But without that physical evidence, it's hard to take this theory at face value. It leaves us wondering, what really happened? Some believe the unit was captured, taken by German forces, then completely erased from the records. At first, it sounds like just another wartime rumor, right? But here's where it gets strange. No POW lists include their names. No German documents mention them, not even a single trace in the archives. It's as if they were ghosts, swallowed by the fog of war. Imagine the untold stories buried in those missing reports. Moments of fear, courage, maybe even betrayal. Were they heroes who vanished for a greater cause? Or victims of a cover-up too dark to ever be revealed? Whatever the truth is, it's been buried deep, and the silence left behind is louder than any battle ever fought. The silence is deafening. No answers, no closure, just this nagging question that keeps popping up. What really happened to Company E? It's like a mystery novel with all the pages torn out. One day, they were thriving, making waves in the industry, and then poof, gone without a trace. Rumors swirl like autumn leaves. Some say it was a financial misstep, others whisper about internal conflicts. But the truth? It feels just out of reach, like a shadow in the corner of your eye. Employees left in the dark, clients abandoned, and the market just moved on. It's wild how a company can just vanish, leaving behind nothing but echoes of what once was. So, what's the real story? Was it a slow burn or a sudden crash? The questions linger, and the silence, it's almost louder than the answers we crave. You ever hear about Company E? Yeah, they just vanished. No graves, no wreckage, nothing. It's like someone hit the mute button on their entire existence. One day they were out there, making waves, changing the game, and the next, poof, gone without a trace. It's crazy when you think about it. You'd expect something, a statement, a report, maybe even a rumor that makes sense. But instead there's just this silence. A silence so heavy, it almost feels intentional. What really happened behind those closed doors? Was it a scandal? A project that went too far? Or maybe they found something they weren't supposed to. The mystery hangs in the air, and in a world that never stops talking, this kind of silence, it's deafening. Their story was buried, like a secret too dangerous to be told. They had a mission, something big, but it was wiped clean from every record, as if it never existed. Still, the questions refused to die. Who gave the orders? What were they really after? And why, after all these years, were they never found? It's as if the earth itself swallowed them whole, leaving behind only whispers and shadows. Were they silenced, or did they disappear on purpose? The truth lies somewhere out there, hidden in the dark, waiting for someone brave enough to uncover it. And maybe, just maybe, the answers are closer than we think. Some say it was sabotage, a deliberate move to bring everything crashing down. Others whisper about secret experiments, things humanity was never meant to discover. Imagine that, testing something far beyond our understanding, hidden behind locked doors and classified files. The truth? We may never know. The whispers keep growing, but the facts stay buried under layers of secrecy and time. It's like a puzzle missing its final piece, every theory pulling us deeper into the mystery. So, what do you believe? Are we uncovering the edge of something far greater, or just chasing shadows born from fear and curiosity? Either way, this story refuses to fade, haunting us with questions that may never find their answers. War has a way of burying stories, doesn't it? We often hear about the battles, the heroes, the victories. But what about the tales that slip through the cracks? The voices that fade into silence? Each conflict leaves behind echoes, some haunting, some beautiful. They remind us that history isn't just about dates and events. It's about the people, the lives intertwined in chaos. For every soldier celebrated, there's a civilian whose story goes untold. For every victory, a loss that lingers in the shadows. These are the warnings we need to heed. If we don't remember, we risk losing the lessons that come with those stories. So, let's not let them vanish. Let's keep the echoes alive, because in the end, it's those whispers from the past that shape our future.